everyone, it is Susie, and I have another little tutorial I wanted to do. This is going to be on these little winged little paper dolls using these vintage slides, photo slides. And anyway, I had made some before in one of the little slender, I don't know if it was in the Slender Art Journal or the Chunky Slender Journal there, but anyway, here's another one. But I'm not going to make this particular one. I want to put the ones that are behind the slides with the feet being long. And how I did that was kind of really how I did the little Somerset project when she did the winged paper dolls and put the fabric dresses and skirts and put the feet down. I don't have anything to show, but anyway, that's where this idea came from. Is just simply from that Somerset studio. It was back. Gosh, I think it might have been last year in the Somerset, one of the projects, and I don't remember who it was that had that project in the magazine now, but anyway, I got a slide here, a photo slide, and this is different. I've already, I had some like this, and I've actually already got them fixed and ready to go. But this, I didn't have any more like that, so I'm just going to work on this one. And what I did to get the slide out of it, whoops, that's not my knife. What I did is I simply just got that knife, and they usually pull out really pretty easy. You just slice it to kind of get a hold of it, and you can pull them out of there, and it doesn't tear up the transparency at all. So then what I have used is either some packaging, some of this plastic packaging, just something I kept back and saved, and then, or you can use really anything that's got this plastic to it. You can use just anything at all. And what I do is I just take the transparency and I just run my knife kind of around it. Now, they don't have to be perfect. Now, if you want to slide something in one of these, you will want to kind of keep the crease there, possibly, and then just do it that way. But since I am not putting anything in the inside of this, you know, like a specimen or something you would if you had the moths or the butterflies. But since I'm not putting anything in that, I am actually going to go ahead and just cut it, is what I'm going to do. I just want one pieces of that, or one piece of the plastic. So that would give me two pieces to use. I know you can't hardly see that, but it will give me two pieces to use. And then what I do is I just simply take some Fabri-Tac and I just put a little glue around the back side. And either side of this slide would be fun to use. I thought that would be cute also to use, but I really want the vintage slide side. And so I'm just going to take that little piece of plastic and I'm going to just put it on there, and I don't want any of it sticking out, and if it does, I will trim that off. I will trim off what is hanging over, because I know that I don't want anything hanging over my edge. So I'll just trim what is coming over. And it'll take that Fabri-Tac just a minute or two to really adhere to the, I know it's really hard to see. Oh, that plastic is so clear. But I just let it adhere a minute to the transparency. And like I said, I have these already dried, and they have the plastic already behind them, and they're good and dry. So Anyway, you'll want to let that dry a little bit. That way that plastic doesn't move on you. So, I'm using, of course, the Tim Holtz paper dolls and the transparent wings as well for this. So I've just got my little paper dolls here. And it was funny, this one has the holes pre-punched for this little ballerina. And this one here did not have any pre-punched at all. So I thought that was kind of funny because I got these out of the same pack. So I'm going to start with probably the little bugle boy here. And I'm just going to, let's see, I think I just have to cut off, oh, hang on here a minute. Let's see what I need. Yeah, I can cut it off pretty close up there, cut his little legs off, because he's going to kind of do like so. Okay. I'm going to cut him just a little bit more. Alright, and so kind of get him, yeah. And then what I want to do is I want to put the wings. I want to put him, I'm going to glue his top half here to the wings, because the wings is actually what is going to hold him on behind the slide. So I'm going to go ahead and get him kind of glued on there. He's just going to kind of glue right there. Whoops. I'm just going to check here to make sure I'm doing him right. Just kind of want to position him where you need him on the, because you want the wings hanging over a little bit over the slide for sure. Okay, once you've got him kind of in position, then what I do, and I just kind of actually eyeball I know I'm going to have to put glue. I can put it nearly all the way around. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put my glue just all the way around here. And maybe not so much, but just a little bit of the middle there. I just want it to catch the wings. And I probably could have left a space there as well. And just kind of glue that, and then I would just take him, and once I kind of have him in the middle where I want him, it looks like I'm going to have to literally shift him a little bit. One thing about it, if you use Fabri-Tac, you can kind of work with your, there we go. Okay, and I like the way he looks in there, so. Okay. Just kind of get him straight, and then I would let him dry just a second. So we're going to let him dry, and I'm going to put his legs with him. That way I have them. And then I'm going to use the girl here. Let's see. She may be too big. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and cut her just below her little belt line there. Okay. Then I'm going to grab another set of the wings. So we're gonna do the same thing. Just grab the glue and get it in the center of the wings there. And I'm gonna kind of see what it looks like if I. Yeah, that's kind of in the right spot, so I'm just going to let her kind of set there a minute. I'm going to flip it over for the glue to be on this side. Okay. Okay. Then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to run my glue. And these, whoops, I hit the camera. These here are going to do the same thing, just kind of glue it on the side. This time I'm not going to leave the glue out of the middle of both sides there. Okay. And then I'm just going to eyeball it. Okay, and if I have to shift her a little bit, I will. So, I think I'm going to have to shift her just a hair. Okay, so she looks pretty straight. Okay, I think she looks pretty straight. So I'm going to flip her over and I'm going to let her dry. And I'm going to go back and grab the little bugle boy. And I'm just going to barely, because I want him to be really tall, so I'm just barely going to catch the very, very bottom of his legs right there. So that way there's a little bit of a gap and he just is a lot taller. So you kind of see what the back looks like with him separated. Okay, and there he is. Just make sure that his legs kind of are evened out with his body. And there's my little tall bugle boy right there. So I'm going to turn it over and we'll let him dry. And if I have to, I'll stick a little piece of paper there to kind of hold the two bodies together. That might be something that, let's see if I can find a piece of, here's a piece of manila folder that I had kind of gotten. So I might just cut a little piece of a file folder here. You want to cut it thin enough that it can't be seen, and I might just connect the two bodies just for a little extra strength there. So and I might even have to put a piece of filler there. Well, I think it'll be alright. Okay, so I'm just going to add that just for a little more sturdiness. These are actually going to just glue down to something anyway, so it's not like anybody's going to see that at all. So I'm going to let that dry, and then we'll go back to the little lady here, and we are going to put her just barely, and I want her arm to be long. I want it to look long. So we're going to do the same thing, just put a little glue down here on the bottom, and then I'm going to flip that over, and I just want to barely catch her body. That way it's kind of long. Whoops. Okay. I've got, I don't know, maybe a 1/4 inch gap or a little more there. About a 1/4 inch gap between the top and the bottom there to kind of give it a little more length. So I think I'm pretty straight. And then I'm going to do the same thing to this. I'm just going to cut me a little piece of folder and kind of just get those two pieces held together. So just about like that, just so that they're just a little more stable with each other. Oops. Just give them a little more of something to keep them together there. Okay, and I'm going to kind of make sure that I'm a little straight there. Alright, and there they are. I think this is just another kind of fun, kind of mixed media project here. This is just a fun, easy project here. So I'm going to let those two dry, and then you could just kind of do the same thing with the ballerina. That'll probably be the last one. I'll use this little transparency for her. Okay, so with her, I got some glue shining on my transparency there. That happens sometimes, or it gets a little scratched. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take, and I know that I'm going to have to just catch her kind of right there. Where she's going to have to kind of be. That'll work. I had a smaller set of wings I thought I would try. You just about have to have the bigger wings on some of those, but I think this little smaller set will work there. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue. Whoops, should have put it on there. Okay, make sure she's a little straight. I'm going to clean that a little bit. I got some glue stuck on it. Okay, so that looks kind of right. I think I got another little bit of glue on it, so let me kind of clean that off. I think I'll just keep getting more and more glue stuck to it as I... Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put glue just kind of where I think the wings will be. And then leave the rest without any. Okay, and just kind of get her centered up there. Whoops. Okay. Want the wing, uh-oh, she's a little stuck. That's why she wasn't coming up. Okay. I want to make sure that this part of her body is got a little bit on the ledge there of the transparency, and that looks good. I like that right there. Okay, so then I'm going to put a little bit of glue right here at the bottom to hold her legs on, and we want, of course, her legs to just be a little longer there. And I think those are probably in a good spot. Oops. Okay. And then once again, I'm going to attach those two with a piece of my manila folder. Okay. This one here I may want a little wider because it is, oops, it is a little wider as far as across the bottom part there. So I may want that just, I may even just kind of taper it up as it goes. I just want it to hold really good, so. But I don't want it to show where her hands are. So I'll have to narrow it up and just kind of make it taper to the top. Okay. Gonna add a little bit of glue there and a little bit of glue there. Okay. Make sure nothing's showing. Okay, I can't see the manila, so I think we're good. Alright guys, this is just a really quick little tutorial on these little transparency photo slides. So anyway, just thought I'd share that with you. I hope you all have a great weekend and week. I'll catch you in the next video.